Okay. So good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to you guys, to all who are watching us on MetaPro. We're actually live here together with Mike, who is the CTO or the Chief Technology Officer of MetaPro, who's going to be discussing to us all about Meta Protocol 1 or MetaPro as a wallet, as a protocol, and of course, as a marketplace. What is it all about? You want to know? You better check this out. Share this stream to your friends, to your family, or to your community right now. We're going to be engaging to you later on if you do have questions, if you do have comments, suggestions. All right. If you are a developer, game creator, or anyone in between, if you're just a crypto enthusiast, this is actually the place to be we're in right now. Okay. So we do have Michael right here. We do have Mike right here, who's the Chief Technology Officer of MetaPro, and he's gonna be discussing to you all about the MetaPro wallet, the protocol, and the marketplace, and what is the MetaPro as a whole right now. So, without further ado, this is Mike, the CTO of MetaPro. I'll be asking him some couple of questions. Okay. By the way, before we do that, Mike, can you please say hello to our community, to our friends, and to all the people who are watching us right now on Facebook?
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Mark, for having me. I'm super excited. This is my first live stream on Facebook, so let's go on.
There you go. So we do have Mike. We do have our friend right here, Marcin, who's watching us. He say, "Hey, gents." So I hope he's doing well. Hi, Marcin. Thank you for tuning in. He's also the CEO. Yes, of course, definitely the CTO and the CEO of MetaPro. There you go. Thank you very much, Marcin, for supporting us right here in our live. And we're gonna be continuing about this podcast. So, like what I mentioned a while ago, can you please tell us more about MetaPro? And I believe you're gonna be discussing as well about the protocol and the marketplace of MetaPro. So, first of all, what is the MetaPro wallet all about? What is the features, or what are actually the things that they can do about it, what they can store on that one? Is that like a regular MetaMask wallet or just a regular fiat wallet? What is it all about? You can go ahead about that. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. First of all, I would like to introduce what exactly is MetaPro, because the MetaPro is a brand. It's a brand which consists from three different products which combine in one whole ecosystem for users, gamers, creators, NFT creators, 3D object and gaming asset creators, and also for the developers. So all these products are strictly connected together and building the one whole ecosystem for them. Of course, one of the major part is wallet, because it's a product dedicated strictly for end users. So most of you can use it. It's a non-custodial wallet extended about NFT meta asset functionalities. It's also include some part which we are calling developers portal, where you can find a developers team which are building some games and metaverse and gaming apps. And there is also part where you can find and explore games and app which we are listing on our market, and which are using our asset and integrated with protocol. So as you see, it's for the end users. It's also some great functions for joining to Web3 gaming industry and explore this market.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying that. All right. So MetaPro is technically a brand, which actually handles the MetaPro wallet, the protocol, and the marketplace. Now, Mike, without further ado, can you please explain to us what the MetaPro wallet is all about? And I believe you're going to be, introducing this on the upcoming PGA event, to which you guys are going to be, or which us are going to be attending this coming October. So what is it all about?
Yes, on PGA in October, it will be official launch of wallet, but not only on wallet, also market and the protocol as a whole ecosystem. MetaPro wallet, non-custodial wallet, just like ordinary crypto wallet for tokens and NFT, but I mentioned before we extend this wallet about the meta asset functions. So it means we combine NFT with 3D or 2D objects which we are storing with on metapro protocol. Metapro protocol is a decentralized storage for storing, and this is also the protocol for allowed developers to access to these items, for example through our Unity plugin or SDK which we are publishing. So it's strictly dedicated for developers, but wallet is for end user to store this asset. And what exactly means? So if you want to join to metaverse app, or you want to join somewhere on some Web3 game which using NFT connected with some items in the game, we are displaying on proper section of this wallet NFT as a token, as a non-fungible token, but we also are displaying this gaming asset which are connected with NFT. And it's a whole process when you can get this asset or this item on our market and then using on the wallet. Also, very important part of this wallet is allowing user to connect and be identified in game, because our Unity plugin is right now developing and extended about the functions which allow developers to recognize and connect user by the on-chain data, by the having an ownership of NFT tokens. So as you see, we have some view how the NFT tokens connected with gaming and metaverse asset can be used in this market, on this market, and in this industry, and how can be used as ownership of the some digital goods and identify user in application.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for clarifying what MetaPro Wallet is all about. We actually have what we have Conrad right here who's actually watching us. Hi, Conrad.
Hi, Conrad.
Hope you're enjoying. And we're going to continue with the podcast. So the next one is the marketplace. I know we've heard the marketplace from everywhere. You know, we have like a metaverse marketplace. We do have like a gaming marketplace. Now we have a MetaPro marketplace. What is this MetaPro marketplace, and how can the developers, the ordinary users, the gamers or creators can benefit from it?
We are calling this MetaPro market because the marketplace is a part of the market. Whole web application, which we are calling MetaPro market, consists from few different parts. For example, one of them is a part where creators can create and mint NFT meta assets. So going through all this process, minting NFT tokens, just this ordinary 1155 NFT token, but they also connect this with this gaming asset which was stored on MetaPro protocol, and then it will be together minted as an NFT meta asset. There is also a part for exploring these items. There is also a part for exploring games and developers teams which can register on MetaPro market. And this part is very significant and very important for our ecosystem, because from one hand, this product is for end users, of course, and creators. For other hand, it's for developers. So without this three players, this wouldn't happen in the scenario which we create and initiate on the market. So developers need to create their own team. They can present this team. They can present games and apps which they are developing. They are register, of course, these apps. Teams and apps are listing on our Explorer, so it's also a possibility to advertise what they are doing and showing in the community. In that way, on market, they can choose and explore this meta asset, which they can use in the next steps in the game. So in this process, they are exploring, choosing items, adding to the game, and then they can use through the Unity plugin directly in the game. Um, uh, in that way, on the meta market, we show users that NFT can be used and can be extended on some real digital goods. So it's not only NFT; it's also NFT with some items which can be used or can be produced in 3D printing, can be using for the wardrobes manufacturers. They can be used in application like, for example, like Tably, which we are cooperating, or Planetary Verse, which is metaverse app, entertainment metaverse app, or CyberLab, which are cooperating also. So this is the platform for connecting users, creators, and developers. And this on the middle of this cooperation is NFT and asset, which can be used in many apps.
Awesome. So there's like a lot of functions when it comes to the MetaPro marketplace, same as the MetaPro wallet. So they can be expecting a lot of this, especially when it comes to integrating the metaverse games, especially when they want to actually upload those things that they want to upload, especially if they're developers or creators, and they want to use it or utilize the marketplace for MetaPro. Is that correct? Right?
Yeah, exactly. It's a new
Definitely.
util for NFTs and assets.
Definitely, especially now. I believe that a lot of people are, just to continue about that topic. I know a lot of people are actually thinking that NFT is just like, just art, but not a lot of people know that NFT could be, more than just art, right? So it's not just those you saw on TikTok that, it's a pixelated ape or like a just a 3D picture of a whale or something. It could be like much bigger, right? NFTs can be much more than that. And people is gonna be using the MetaPro wallet. They can be able to let's say save those NFTs on the MetaPro wallet itself together with cryptocurrencies, right?
First of all, NFT is a technology, so we need to
Mm.
remember this, and how we are
Yep.
using this. It's up to us. So you know,
Hmm.
one of us is using as art. It's also great. Art are great, and without this first era of NFTs, we wouldn't be in the place like we are right now. So the arts bring the hype for this market. Now we are building some next utility. Very often we are calling that this NFT 2.0, but it's still the same technology. This is only depends how we are implemented this, and what functionality we are connected with NFT tokens.
Right.
Nothing
And
can
I
change.
believe you're going to be using Web 3.0 as well on this technology or this project, MetaPro. Am I correct about that? Can you tell us about the involvement of Web 3.0 on this project?
Web3 is whole technological, which is all around connecting user with on-chain data. So it's a different way of user identification, bringing them more power to voting, to interacting, sometimes be anonymous, because it's also very important in some part of app. But it's a new kind of identification and user interaction between not only web application, because we need to understand that
Mhm.
Web3, it's not only for web, it's also for app, because our wallet is it's mobile application and using Web3 technology also to identify the user and dealing with on-chain data in the same way game developers and app developers using Web3. So this technology, in my opinion, is huge. It's a kind of revolution, and we know it. It's a different way to looking on user and interacting.
Awesome. All right. Thank you. And how about the tokens? I believe we've discussed a while ago about the MetaPro wallet. So, and I believe we do have an MPro token, which is part of MetaPro. Can you discuss more about this MPRO token, and is this going to be launched as well on PGA, or what is it all about? What are you going to be doing about this MPRO tokens once it's available and once it's listed? Can you tell the people about that, or the community?
All this information about the releasing of MPRO token will be published after PGA, after releasing all this functionality, because it's utility token in our opinion, and this token need to have utils and functions in our product. But yes, this token has significant part of this ecosystem. First of all, huge part of security metapro protocol, because we didn't talk about this yet, but the protocol is a kind of decentralized database which is security by smart contracts and some kind of proof of stake, where MPRO token have place to identify providers, to secure against the bad players on this part of ecosystem. But also this token have a part in wallet as a benefit token. It's also a part of metapro market. So there will be a lot of places where MPRO token will be involved.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We do have a question right here from our live audience. He says that, can you say more about MetaPro wallet? Is it the same as MetaMask, or those just common decentralized wallet, or is it really different?
In that part, which dealing with tokens and NFT, yes, it's the same like MetaMask or Trust Wallet mobile apps. It's also non-custodial. It's also Web3. It's also decentralized. We are not holding any data of the user. All is in your mobile application. You are creating your own private key, which is stored inside of the app. So in this in that part is the same and very similar to MetaPro, and dealing in the same way with tokens and NFTs. On the other hand, we extend this about meta asset and all these things connected with the market and App Explorer, Item Explorer, and Game Developers Explorer.
That's great. Thank you so much. I hope that was addressed or answered correctly by our guest right here, Mike. And we do have another question. It says, Mike, please let explain how developers can manage the objects from their games, uniqueness to OpenSea and others. So yeah, we know that NFTs actually, OpenSea is number one when it comes to NFT. So when you say NFT, all they are thinking right now is OpenSea, because they can upload it and everything. Maybe you can be able to explain how developers can manage the objects for their games and its uniqueness. It's let's say it's being unique from the OpenSea website.
This is this huge differences between our market and OpenSea. Maybe I explain, for example, like this flow of creating NFT meta asset is working, and then I will explain how also the creators and the developers can deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In this process of creating NFT meta asset, you are minting ordinary NFT 1155 token. In that way, it's the same like OpenSea. So you are adding description, you are choosing supply of this NFT token, you are adding some name of this token. We are dealing with 1155 standard right now, and we are minting this NFT token and BNB chain. In the next steps, as we are scaling this on Polygon and Ethereum. But on this part, and also you are connecting with this NFT token with some images which represent this NFT token in the same way like you are doing this on OpenSea. On the next steps, but this token is not minted right now. On the next steps, you are adding to MetaPro protocol this 3D or 2D objects, which can be using as an asset in the game. So we are adding RBX file, you are adding some texture, you are adding some skeletons, rib, and so on. All these files will be slices on the chunks and distribute it on the metapro protocol pods. So it will be stored in our protocol. And on the final step, you can mint NFT token and combine all together, connect it in URI. We are extending this standard URI metadata about all the properties connected with this 3D object. And we also will be extending this dynamic metadata about the scores and a lot of data connected going from developers' application. In that way, you are minting NFT token and you are storing some asset on our protocol. Then developers can explore this asset and NFTs on our market and choose which one, based on these properties which you are as a creator set it during the minting token. They can choose which asset is proper for the game, for their app. They choose this, select, and add to their own API key, private API key, which is created during registration of application. They can download, they can use in our SDK, or they can download our Unity plugin. Through this Unity plugin, based on this private API key, they can download and manage this asset inside Unity environment. So it means they can implement this in their game. So this is this huge difference because developers have access to data, they have access to items, they can download, implement in their application. On the other hand, creators can distribute NFT token. In the next steps, they can use functionality which allowed them to recognize and connect through Web3 user inside their own application. So it means if developers don't have the knowledge and they don't know how to deal with Web3, they can use our plugin and they can identify on-chain data and identify on-chain users through our protocol. They don't need to implement Web3 functions directly. And this is more briefly this ecosystem for developers and creators.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. This is technically very important, especially if you are a developer or a creator who wants to explore a different kind of platform. This is actually your chance. You need to explore metapro, you need to explore the protocol, you need to explore the wallet and the marketplace. And I believe we've discussed this before, in the Telegram group, in the community. But since we are on Facebook, I think it's better that you invite as well those developers who wants to try out. I believe it's already out on iOS. Is this going to be released as well on Android? I think it's going to be much better if you explain it or invite them to test it out, on which platform are they going to be testing it out, or the beta testing, or anything that you are offering. Please go ahead.
Mobile app means wallet is on Android and iOS, of course. We also, but for the developers, we have SDK and API, and for the developers, for Unity developers, right now we have Unity plugins be available in Unity Store, which also be available on to download on our metapro market in developers portal market part. But we also scale up this for in the next steps. We will scale up this for Unreal Engine developers and web developers and mobile app developers. But SDK and API will be open, so you can use it in any way directly, building your own connection with our system.
Awesome.
So I know, Mark, because it's very important. For the last, I don't know, almost 8 months, we was focusing on this development. So there wasn't so many information about the protocol and how you can use it and documentation about this, because we need to finish some part of this development. And right now is a moment where we are starting preparing tutorials, documentation, Git book for developers, and all information for the end user, how to use metapro wallet, or what is the differences between MetaMask and Trust wallet, and all what we are asking right now. And I understand that you can be a little bit confused what exactly metapro is, because we are not publishing this information before. We need to finish some part of development, and now we are ready to going out, and we are ready for October huge gaming event.
There you go. So, for all of you guys who's been waiting for quite a long time about MetaPro, what is it all about, and you want to know more about the information, you should be able to attend the PGA, event in October, to which MetaPro is gonna be there live, and they're gonna be explaining, and you're gonna be experiencing it firsthand, what the MetaPro wallet is all about, the protocol, the marketplace is all about. So you need to be there to experience it yourself. Now, last but not the least, we've discussed the wallet, we've discussed the marketplace. Now, this is going to be a little bit technical. This is not for a lot of people. This is mainly for developers. Tell us more about the protocol. What is the MetaPro or Meta Protocol one is all about, the protocol itself? And by the way, before you answer that, we have a question. I think this is going to be like a general question. Can you say more on activities that are planned for PGA? This is for the general public. What do they need to expect, or what are they going to be seeing, for them to be attending the PGA this October?
We are preparing a lot of great activities. You need to be stay tuned just with our social network channels, because we will be announcing all of these things. We are right now cooperating also directly with PGA, this organizer of the event, preparing some, I think, nice activity would be liking. So we are also cooperating with Planetary, and we are cooperating with Tabli and Burger. Of course, I think you know this Leroy products, and all together we are preparing a lot of things for you guys.
There you
But you
go.
need to be on PGA and enjoying to our booth.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna be having a booth, or rather, we're gonna be having a booth right there on PGA. Even though that I'm gonna not gonna be attending, but I believe this podcast that we have, I'll be there in spirit, or on the video or whatever. So anyway, you guys, you need to be there in the PGA. I believe you guys, Mike. I believe we have drinks right there. You know, I believe we have spirits, drinks right there for everyone, and they need to actually, I believe they need to actually use the MetaPro wallet
Mhm.
for that. Am I correct? They're gonna be
Yes.
using that. How they use it, it's a surprise, definitely, and we're gonna
Yeah.
be pushing that on social media very soon.
I
Okay,
think
so
we announce
mhm.
all these things when we're closer to the event.
Definitely. Once we are closer to the event, we're gonna be announcing a lot of good things for you to to go to PGA, to have a reason to go and attend the PGA event this coming October. Uh, yeah, I hope I could come. I hope I could come. I hope I have the money to, or the capacity to go there in Poland. I know it's cold right there compared here in the Philippines,
Yeah, yeah,
which
it's
is very hot. So, well, anyway, I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there to support you
for
guys.
for all of
Uh,
you for all of you guys which can't join us personally. I know that my team with other groups preparing a lot of streams, and from directly from our booth, and from all this events. So just stay on our channels and keep in touch.
There you go. So we do have a live stream coming over this coming PGA. So if you want to really attend but really can't do it due to some, unfortunate circumstances, you can just tune in to the MetaPro channels or to social media channels of MetaPro, and definitely we're gonna be streaming it live directly from Poland or from the PGA event itself. So last but not the least, this is actually the $1 million question. For the developers, what is the MetaPro protocol all about, or how can they be able to benefit from this? Are there any bounties? Are there anything that is very much special when it comes to the protocol of MetaPro?
Of course, we prepare some special things for developers which join us and then be using our protocol. But from this technical part, the protocol is the heart of this system. So it's an engine to storing this meta asset, just like I explain it for this creation process. We are slicing and distributing as a chance to the pods this meta asset. So it means we are not a one holder of all this data. This data is not holding in one server; it's distributing in a lot of servers. So it means more secure than in centralized database. It's a whole process. We are right now stabilizing this environment, and we are testing this. When it will be fully ready, we will open this ecosystem for providers. Right now will be this first provider. As soon as this environment will be ready and stabilized, and after that, this process will be also open for external providers. And there is a huge part where MPro token will be playing to secure this environment when external providers join to our ecosystem, because also providers will be a part of taking profits from fees from the market as one of the part of this fee, and this fee will be distributed to the pod providers, and the Pro token will be responsible for checking how about the participation. We'll be checking and recognizing this participation of providers, not only for securing the pods but also for providing information about post provider participation of reward from Meta Pro market fees. On the other hand, it's a whole protocol, SDK and API, and this Unity and the next steps is Unreal Engine plugins, which allowed developers to to manage the asset and download it and implementing in the game. So as you see, it's a huge ecosystem, and this is the reason why it takes so long to develop all this.
There you go. Thank you so much for explaining that. And I believe one of your partner, Marcin, says that we are sharing as well the fees with POD providers. Can you tell us more about the PODs or these kinds of fees for the POD providers?
I think we're sharing more details about these fees when we close with Meta Pro marketplace, and will be open the pods for protocols. I wouldn't tell right now; it's still in development. But yeah, it's a very significant part of the system, and also very important for Pro token holders.
There you go. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. There's gonna be a lot of future prices that's gonna be happening very soon, especially when it comes to MetaPro. So without further ado, I won't be taking too long of your time, Mike, because I believe you're gonna be doing a lot of things and preparations when it comes to PGA and to your other events this coming September. Is there any last thing or last word or statement that you want to leave our community or our listener and those people who are watching us right now on our live feed right here on Facebook? Go ahead, please.
Just join to our social network channels and follow us, and stay tuned with all information we will be providing in the next in the nearest days and weeks, because it's a hot time for us, and now we are going out to the market. And yeah, PGA is it's a big event, but it's a first, only the first. After this Polish events, we are going to the international events, and just
There you
follow.
go. So there you go. Hopefully, you're going to be able to see us here in the Philippines, in the later future, or maybe in other places or other countries very soon, since MetaPro is going to be going live internationally. But that is only the time that we got right here. Thank you so much for tuning to our podcast, especially with me. This is Mark. I'm actually the digital marketing head of MetaPro, and I do have our special guest, the CTO, Chief Technology Officer and CEO of MetaPro himself, Mike, who has the time. Thank you very much for giving us your time and giving us the opportunity to interview you about the Meta Protocol wallet, the protocol itself, and the marketplace. And we'll see you all in this coming PGA and this coming event for MetaPro. You have a great day, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in.
Have
Goodbye.
a great day. Thank you.
Bye bye.